Hey nieces and nephews, welcome back to Auntie Nell's Kitchen, and to our new nieces and nephews, welcome to the family. Okay guys, first I gotta get my housekeeping out the way. Thank you all for your love and support to my channel. If you hit that like, share, you know Auntie loves to share. I really would appreciate it, because you know Auntie's got to get back into the algorithm of YouTube. Yes, because you know I took that sabbatical, so it's like I'm present, but I'm not. Okay, so help Auntie out, guys, by hitting those likes. I really would appreciate it. Okay, we're going to do a meatless meal, because I don't eat meat all the time. But I follow a Mediterranean diet. I eat chicken, poultry, and fish. Mainly, I eat a lot of salmon, but anyway, forget all that, okay? We're going to do meatless. We're going to have some rutabagas, some southern style rutabagas, or bagels, or whatever you want to call them. You know, a little hard, round thing that's hard to peel. Well, I go get mine already with that business already taken care of. I'm going to make some candy yams, and we're going to make some squash and onions, okay? So give me a moment. We're going to do a flip and swip, and we're all going to get started. I got my rutabagas already over here. Already on. See, you guys can see there they are over here. They're cut in cubes. They look like they're like 1/2 to 2 inch cubes. I've never peeled a rutabaga. My sister said that she puts hers in the oven. I'm not going through all of that. I just go down there and pay them a little extra few pennies, because my hands can't peel them anyway, and get that work done for me. I already got my sweet potatoes cut up. I cut up pieces of butter, teaspoons of butter. This was a whole stick, and a little piece of a stick that I had left, about that much. And I just made slices in that. So I have 2.5 cups of water here with 1 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, you know candy yams are sweet. Now, for my fellow diabetics, you can use Splenda. Don't go anything else outside. You can use 2 cups of Splenda. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to add just a little bit of this Cairo candy yams, honey. I did about a 1/4 cup of that, because I mainly use this for my candy apples. Okay. I'm going to add I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of my vanilla extract. And you know what's really good? If you mix a teaspoon of, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of my lemon extract. That really heightens things. I had to get my lemon extract, add me a little bit of that, about a teaspoon of that. A little bit more than a teaspoon, but that's all right. Oh, I'm about out of this. Oh, goodness. I don't have but a 1/2 teaspoon left. Put that over there. Put that on my list. Okay, now I have this, and I'm going to add my nutmeg and my cinnamon. Add my nutmeg first. I'm going to go with a tablespoon of that. I can eyeball. Now my cinnamon, yum. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of that. And we're going to get this boiling. I have my squash and onions. So once I get my taters, and I have my oven set at, it'll heat up to 400. So I'm going to put my taters over here for now. And we're going to move this board out the way so we can get this boiled. And I'm going to use a thickener to thicken it up, and before I pour it over my taters. Okay? So hold on. Okay, we're gonna take care of that, and that's just it. Hold on, my family. Oh, FYI, this is 3 jumbo sweet potatoes. These are Mississippi muds. I love Mississippi muds. I go to the farmer's market and get my 95% of my produce come from the farmer's market. And I'm just waiting on this to come to a little boil. And I'm getting my cornstarch slurry ready. So I got 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of water. The less cornstarch is, the less thicker it is. The more cornstarch, the more thicker it is. Okay, I got it. I got my boil going. Going to add my slurry. Y'all know I don't add it all at one time. I add a little bit at a time. So I go like, I lost count because I was trying to see what Dust was out there doing. And I stir that in. Because when you add a little bit at a time, little bit at a time, you're able to control your thickness. See, yep. And with my rutabagas, guys, what I did, I poured in, I just added some salt, pepper. I added a little bit of, I put some, I believe it's not butter. And instead of me using water, I'm cooking my rutabagas in chicken. I used 2 cartons of chicken stock. Any brand will do. Your favorite brand will do. And this is about near where I want it. And what I would do with this, I will pour it over my yams. And I will put them in the oven and let them cook for about an hour to an hour and a half. It depends. They are cut thick. Now, if they was in cubes, they would take about an hour and 15 minutes. But these halves probably going to take about an hour and a half. And this is fine where I got, this is where I want it. And as you can see, this is good. Because you don't want it overly thick where it's like jelly. You don't want that. And so I'm going to show you. I have my butter. Instead of me putting my butter in here, I just sliced it and put it over there. And I'm going to pour my yam mixture in. And this is what you want it to do, because you know you like a little bit of juice with your candy yams. You know you don't want them dry. Somebody want them dry candy yam. Let me put this in the oven, and we're gonna start on our squash. Okay, I have my pan. I'm going to be using the fried olive oil because it has high smoke point. This is the olive oil you want to use when that's going to give you that can handle high heat. And let me get mine. One more thing. Okay, I put a little, let me show you. I can't believe it's not butter. This is what I put in there. You can use real butter if you want to. And I'm going to add my salt. I'm using my pink salt. I'm gonna tell you something. I'll tell you how funny. If it's not like this lined up, it would drive me crazy. So I have to have it all lined up. Don't judge me. I want some ground pepper. Pepper. Yes, we are pepper people. That's it, and I'm going to Just leave these. Now, I don't cook any of my vegetables in pork fat or pork. None of my vegetables are cooked with pork. Now, when I do greens, I use smoked turkey parts. When I do that's the only thing I cook into. Yeah, greens or dried peas or dried beans. I use smoked turkey parts. But I always use chicken broth. And sometimes I use a vegetable broth. You can make a really good vegetable stock using carrots, onions, celery, bell peppers, and just boil them. I don't like celery. Never have, but I do cook with celery. I just don't like it. And so I'm going to leave this alone and let it cook, and Auntie will be back. Ooh, I got to go. My fingers tightening up. I got to be back. Guys, the squash is coming along just lovely, just the way I want it. You know, I want it seared on both sides. That's, you know, like I said, see, this looks absolutely gorgeous. You don't need bacon fat, pig feet fat, or whatever it's called. Bacon fat, fat bats, strigoline. You don't have to cook your vegetables, fry your vegetables in bacon fat, chicken fat. You don't have to do that. But if that's what you like to do, that's your choice. You know, you cook the way you like to cook, okay? It's totally up to you. I'm not here to try to change anyone's mind on how they cook. You cook the way you want to cook. This is Auntie's kitchen, so I cook the way I like to cook, okay? Okie dokie. And if you just want to make the squash, you can go to my playlist up under Southern American or Veggies. You will see the recipe to how I do my squash. If you want to see the candy yams just by themselves, that's under Southern and side dishes, veggies. You can see that, just the candy yams. I don't think I've ever posted the rutabagas. I can't remember. But rutabagas, like I said, I buy them already cut and peeled. But my sister says that you can put an entire rutabaga. She puts hers in the oven, and then she bakes it, let it bake for about an hour or so, and then she peels it. I'm not going through all that. And I just boil it in salt, pepper, a little, I can't believe it's not butter, and chicken stock. That's it. And you boil it till it's fork tender. But mine has to be boiled till it's soft. So, because I do mash mine up some. I do mash it up. So, you don't have to do that, though. They're really good in cubes, mash up. I'm telling you, with some cornbread, I'm telling y'all, that's some good Southern eating. Yummy, yum, yum, yum. And I'm just waiting on a couple of my squash to sear, like these little Humpty Dumpty pieces like this right here. I call them Humpty Dumpties. Okay, so, Caitlin loves fried squash. I may not get none. I may not get any with her, because she loves fried squash. All right, my lovelies. Okay, nieces and nephews, my squash is all done. So I'm going to get that into a bowl. And I think I'm going to have me another cup of coffee. Because right now, Auntie's going, once I put this in a bowl, the other stuff has still to be cooked. So Auntie is going to go sit down. And I'm thinking about making some honey butter cornbread to go with this. I think I will make another little pan of honey butter cornbread to go with this. I think I'm going to do that. That way I can really sit down, because my back and my hips starting to hurt. Let my stove cool off, and so I can use my board and I can sit down and make my honey butter cornbread. Well, so we can make the honey butter cornbread. Okie dokie. So I'll be right back. All right, you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna make me some honey butter cornbread. Got my what do you call this? What I have here, I'm gonna make a little pan. Is 3 cups of yellow self-rising cornmeal, 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, and I have a stick of melted butter that I'm nuking in the microwave. The key to cornbread, listen very carefully, for every 1 cup of cornmeal, you add 1 egg. It's 1 egg to every cup of cornmeal. And when it comes to your oil, it's 1/4 cup. So listen, 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of oil, and your milk needs at least minimum ½ cup of milk, guys. You can use whatever milk you want. So I'm going to go get my butter. Yeah, so I had nuked my butter in the microwave. Mix all that goodness and all that, swirl all that fat, really. Okay, that's really what it is. And I'm gonna add my 3/4 cup. Remember what I said I have in here? 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar. 3/4 cups of sugar. 3/4 cups of sugar. 3 cups of cornmeal, 3 eggs, and I have added 1 stick of melted butter. This is 3/4 cups of vegetable oil, and now I'm going to add 1 cup of milk. I'm using lactate, low fat, 1% milk. You can use whatever milk you want. Now, if I was like cooking this for like to serve at one of my little holiday functions, I would use evaporated milk because it would just make it so much richer. Okay, and I'm going to stir this really well. You can use a hand mixer if you want to. And side of the bowl, if it's on the side, it ain't mixing. And so what I'm going to do, I need to blend this really, really well. And rest my arm in between. Told you. Just to mess me up, y'all. I'm going to have to evict him. And, ooh. Everything is real over here. Okay. I'm going to add a ½ cup of honey. Okay. Okay, ½ cup of honey. Was a ½ cup in here. I eyeball that. Come on, little bear. I'm gonna get all that. Little housekeeping. I'm gonna mix my honey in really well. Guys, I love my YouTube channel. And I miss being on it. I'm taking care of me. I just have to operate a little bit more differently. Okay, let me get my pan. Okay. See how smooth it is? Oh, don't come in here and tell me, oh, don't use aluminum pans anymore. Well, if you want to come here and wash my dishes, you know, the door is always open. Now, you know you go to a restaurant. Y'all know they are not using Corningware to cook nothing. Everything is going in an aluminum pan. Whew, okay. Put this in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. And I shall see you in a bit. Oh, and if you want just to make the cornbread and you don't want to go through all this whole meal, just go to my playlist and look up on the Southern breads. Let's look at these yams. And you know, you can freeze these for up to 4 months. If your family's not going to, you know, if you make a big batch, these, you can freeze these in the freezer with the juice for up to 4 months. Yes. All this goodness. The cornbread has a few more minutes since I just took these out. So I'm going to put that on another 30 minutes. The cornbread is still baking. My rutabagas are done. The squash is done. So, you know, this is meatless. So I'm going to turn my rutabagas off, get them drained, and I will proceed with that. Okay? Hold on, family. Okay, I got them. I'm going to mash them up. Yes, I didn't drain all the water out of them, because I do want some of my liquid, my rutabaga liquid in here. I don't want them completely dry, because then I won't be able to eat them. And this is the way my grandmother used to do them. She would mash them up. And I'm going to add some pepper, black pepper. This is ground black pepper. And I don't want any more salt in here. And I'm going to get these in a bowl. They are fork tender. My grandmother used to always make biscuits when she cooked rutabagas. She would always make a pan of biscuits, because my granddaddy used to like to sop up the rutabaga juice with his biscuits. So that's the way she used to always make rutabagas with biscuits. I prefer cornbread. So, oh, don't come in here talking about, oh, she made noise. Okay, so I'm gonna put these in my bowl. Oh, they smell so good. Just remind me of home. Just makes me think about those days growing up in the country with my grandmama. Because, you know, Sunday was church, so my grandmama always cooked Sunday dinner on Saturday. You know, she always cooked Sunday dinner on Saturdays. You know, that's when she cooked all that food. She cooks, so that's why this reminds me of Sunday dinner. You know, it just reminds me of Sunday dinner. You know, even though it's not Sunday, but it still reminds me of Sunday dinner. Still reminds me of Sunday dinner. So here are the rutabagas. Oh, candy yams. We got our squash. So only thing we're waiting on now is the cornbread to finish. Nieces and nephews, we got our bread. It's all done, nice and beautiful, and it smells wonderful. So we need to do this is honey butter cornbread. So I've melted a half a stick of butter, and I'm going to put a teaspoon of honey in it. And I'm going to take my little pastry brush, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to mix that honey and butter together. This butter is hot, so it's going to smooth out that honey, so you don't have to worry about, oh, the honey is thick, it may not do right. Auntie not going to stir you around. Auntie not going to take care of her nieces and nephews. Okay, and then you're just going to brush. You're having a little art class. Just going to brush. You know, when I see these little crevices, I don't know what it is about these little crevices. I like to fill these little crevices with this goodness, a little something, yeah. Get around these edges good, so you get some of that goodness. And make sure you get every little inch of your bread. You know, I don't like the edges of bread at all. I only like the center pieces. That's all. It's the center pieces that I like. See, And since I like the centerpieces get the last of the goodness. Put that over there, a little housekeeping. And that was a half a stick of butter to a teaspoon of honey. And gonna let this cool just a little bit, because if you try to cut cornbread when it first come out the oven, it's gonna break apart and you're gonna have crumbs. Okay, so let's let this cool for about 10 minutes, and we're gonna plate our veggies up. Okay, here we are. This is some good southern eating. No meat, rutabagas, the honey butter cornbread. I got some fried squash and onions and some candy yams. Come on now, y'all know it looks good. Thank you guys for hanging in with your auntie while we have our meatless vegetable plate. Very good, good for you. Very simple. These are southern recipes made more healthier. Without cooking your vegetables with any type of meat, protein, they taste really, really good. So that's the way I eat majority of my vegetables. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. Okay, I just follow the Presbyterian diet. Okay, so anyway, Mediterranean diet. I apologize. So guys, to the next upload. I love you guys. Thank you all your love and support. Please hit that like and share button, please. Definitely that like, so I can get back into the algorithm of YouTube, so they know Auntie is still around. Okay, love you guys. Hugs and kisses to all of you. To the next upload, go be you. But what Auntie say, go be what? Go be great being you. Talk to you later. Bye.